Alright, I'll give you a good one. So, of course, I sadly didn't actually do all of this exploring. I really wanted to, but the months got very, very busy to the point where it's like I didn't have enough energy to even play Pokemon anymore. Yeah, it kind of sucks, really. But I finally came back to finish the job, at least, and maybe explore a little bit more. And don't get me started with freaking Violet. Oh, shit. It's like, I don't know that one. But I will say one thing is just that I use Augustine Place. Like, my gosh, I use like at least 3 websites and they all kind of suck. And I'm like, I will just make my own. It's like, yeah, I'll just make my own with markers. But still, though, it's like he basically came up with a strategy of what he did. And I'm like, strategy of catching legendary Pokemon shouldn't be what he says, dude. It's like, I'm sorry, but no. You're gonna use Ultra Balls for 9 turns, and then after that, go to the turn balls. And like, this guy is like 100K views, 1 million views and stuff. It's like, and you're telling me that he didn't learn this? It's like, I learned this, and I learned this when I was a freaking damn teenager. You want to catch a legendary Pokemon? Here's how you catch them. And you can catch them with a Pokeball or a Great Ball. The only thing is that you have to have enough and you have to have patience. So let's hear how we go. And this was before I actually had to put in conditions in a mix too. Conditions make it a little bit easier. But sometimes just simple actions do it. And of course, note I also start with doing quick balls, even though back in the day didn't do quick balls because sometimes they weren't even available. So if you want to capture a legendary Pokemon, and I started this back in Ruby Sapphire and especially in Fire Red and Leaf Green. This is where I actually learned how to do this technique. All you have to do is get a bunch of Pokeballs, so like at least 20. I would put myself at 20 each. And all you have to do is just go ascending and descending order. Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Great Ball, Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and just keep on going. And sometimes you have to mix it up sometimes. You might be lucky enough to actually get into Pokeball. Might be lucky enough to get into Great Ball. Might be lucky enough to get into Ultra Ball. There's many times I actually caught with the Ultra Ball. There's like some crazy times where I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, yes, here's like Reshiram caught with a Pokeball. Freaking Zekrom caught with a Great Ball. First throw, by the way. First throw. I forgot. It might be vice versa, but either way, that was the first throw. It's like, I weaken them, of course. No, I don't tell you to actually not weaken them. Weaken them first, of course. Put them in the red, then try to capture them. With Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, you'll be surprised how it goes. You'll be surprised. Have I ever broke that and just did what he was talking about? Nah. No, I always did it. I always did ascending and descending. Roaming Pokemon are, of course, a different story. Those are definitely a different story. But when it comes to actually doing Pokemon that are stand still, that is how I do it. I'm trying to remember all the other ones I actually did. Of course, you already know Xeranos got caught with a Great Ball. Some bullshit. Yveltal got caught with a Timer Ball. Solgaleo, I forgot. It might have been a Pokeball. I think I used a Beast Ball though. I forgot. I have to look back. Kyogre, Pokeball. Sapphire, Pokeball. In Platinum, I caught one of them with a Pokeball and the other one with a Great Ball. I forgot which again. It's like, yeah, it's been so long, I forgot which. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Deoxys. But it's like, yeah, Deoxys. Well, because of Deoxys from Delta. What was it? Delta, not Emerald. Delta Story. I forgot. It's been so long. Well, with him, it's a different story. You have to have your Pokemon up to level 80 to do this. Because other than that, you need to get a Master Ball and you need to throw it. Of course, once upon a time, I kind of had to believe that having a Master Ball in your possession caused Pokemon to go completely nuts, being like, use it on me, use it on me, use it on me. So that's why many times until a few recently, I guess with Sword and Shield. No, I didn't Sword and Shield. But anyways, I usually just leave the Master Ball in the care of one of the Pokemon, because the thing is that Pokemon go fucking nuts, crazy, bonkers if you have a freaking Master Ball in your possession. Or at least might be just my superstition, might just be my freaking paranoia, but usually if you have a Master Ball, the legendary Pokemon is going to be like looking at that being like, you got these lame Pokeballs, you're not going to use the Master Ball? Seriously? Use the Master Ball on me, dude. Use the Master Ball on me. Use the Master Ball on me. I think I remember Lugia from, it's either Gold or Crystal. I think one of them got caught by a Great Ball and another one got caught by a Pokeball again, or both. One got caught by a Great Ball, another one got caught by the Ultra Ball, because use the Master Ball, stupidly, silly me. It's like I had no choice but to freaking do it, and it's like, my gosh, that took a long time. Good news is that I have the recording of me actually trying to capture it. I just need an animator who actually will be cool enough to do it. It's like, oh my gosh, if I can find an animator. I have the original audio track of me trying to beat freaking Red. I think it was Being Red. It's like, it's either Being Red or Elite Four. I forgot which one, but it's like, it's pretty hilarious. And I had to do commercial break because food. It's like, yeah, I had to have lunch or dinner, and I'm like, fuck. So I paused it, and then I had started like, and we're back after this commercial break. Like, oh my gosh. Even back then, I actually did logs and did recordings. It's pretty funny. Anything else that I forgot? The only way I can actually know for sure is if I actually boot up every single game, which I'm like, it's late. I don't feel like doing it. Just keep my word for it. You don't need to stock up on Ultra Balls like that. Is it good to get Timer Balls? Yes, but I don't. It's like, if you really want to do what I'm doing, you really want to get into my level where you're actually able to put freaking legendary Pokemon in a corner and get them in a Pokeball and get them in a Great Ball, try my technique. My technique never failed me. But of course, it's always good to have multiple Pokeballs. And it's like, that's what I did. I was like, eventually I was able to differentiate. I have some Nest Balls too. The interesting part that you have to do is make sure that you actually insult the Pokemon. Insult the legendary Pokemon. And that's why you use a freaking Pokeball first, to insult them. Use a Great Ball to insult them. And sometimes they might surprise you. Like, for instance, the Slug. Or the, what was the other one? Or freaking Malpow over here. Or he was like, yeah, the freaking ice dude over there. They love the Great Ball. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's like, yeah, you just notice that they might fancy a Pokeball that isn't an Ultra Ball. If they don't actually just rock a few times in the ball, note that they might not like it. Which of course they don't like it, period, but still, you might actually find sometimes that if you throw a Pokeball, they actually are like 1, 2, 3, and they pop out, and it's like, fuck. So that's why you have to keep on going with the Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Great Ball, Pokeball, and sometimes even go Great Ball, Pokeball, because whichever one they fancy, they might actually get into that damn ball. So make sure you see what your legendary Pokemon actually is interested in. Don't just go with the Ultra Ball. That's old. That's an old way to do things. I remember that too. It's like, yeah, but that's the red, blue, yellow days. Times have changed. You gotta change with them. It's like, yeah, but he changed with them too. He has Timer Balls and he has a Quick Ball. It's like, yeah, but you can do so much more. And I remember that my friend actually did the same exact thing too. The only funny part is that he was able to still have more Pokeballs. And he was able to catch a Reggie Ice with just a Great Ball. Just like how I captured Moltres with the Great Ball, because oops, I ran out of Pokeballs. It's like I ran out of Ultra Balls. But eventually I just started that whole entire pattern and it works. Seriously, the pattern works. So make sure you do the pattern. Don't do the pattern. You can keep on trying if you want, but personally, the pattern works. There's many legendary Pokemons I got with just a Great Ball or a Pokeball. And plus, it also helps insulting them. So when you try and actually get them in the Ultra Ball, the good news is that it also insults. And the insult for a Pokeball and a Great Ball, it throws them off as well. Because if you just go Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball, they know that you have an Ultra Ball. They know that you have Ultra Balls. They know. They're expecting it. They break out. You could wear them out and stuff, but guess what? It's an Ultra Ball. They already broke through an Ultra Ball and knows how to break through them. So it's a good idea to differentiate. Diversify, man. Do that. You'll throw them off. You could even get them in a Ultra Ball, but you can get them in a Pokeball, you can get them in a Great Ball. The thing is that it's the cool part of where it's like you can get them in a Great Ball or Pokeball. Ultra Ball could work, but the fun part is just the fact of you throw them off their game. And that's what this really does, is throw them off their game because you use the same Pokeball. They don't know. And it's going to take longer versus going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So try it for yourself.